Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today I'm making a KitKat box of sorts with a nice little opening. I've seen this opening around a lot, but I've never actually had a go at it, so I thought I would. And a lot of them, I think Crafty Caroline did one. She made a box inside, but I wanted my closure just to be to slide the bar out. So this is what I've done, and I think it's called a button slider closure, and it's just amazing. I think it's great. So innovative. Whoever came up with this is a genius, you know. So I've decorated up with butterfly gala. You could change this up and do it for Christmas or whatever, and these would be great for anybody that does craft fairs. Perfect way to decorate a KitKat up, and it's one of those new pink edition KitKats, which is great for October. I think I need to turn off my autofocus. Yeah, it seems to be off, but it's bouncing around like a goodness. It's still bouncing. Right, these KitKats are great, and I have made this to suit one of these bars perfectly. So if you want to add like a wee bit extra, like a tea bag or something, just make it 3/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 an inch here. Pretty easy to make. This one has been made with Coastal Cabana, and the next one I'm going to do with Melon Mambo, just to brighten things up. And I learned a few wee things. I don't like the pattern paper behind on the button, and I didn't like the colours together. So a few wee things I'll change as I go along. But to start you off, you're going to need a piece of card, 4.5 inches by 10.5, and just start by doing a few scores. So we'll start with this side. On the long side, score at 2 inches, 2.5, then go down to 6 2/8, and 6 6/8, and that's that scoring done. And then go on here and go at 1/2 an inch and 1 inch, and then go over here to 4 inches and 3.5 inches, and that's all your scoring done. So we're going to do some cutting away first, just to keep you right. So I'll mark out what I want you to cut. So up here is going to be, this is the fold over part, so you don't need these or these. That is still bouncing about, isn't it? I am so sorry. We'll try again, see what happens. We don't need these two, and down here we can take one of those off, that one off. We're going to keep these two, and then down here we can take one off again, and then take both these off. And while you have that sitting flat, get your ruler, and at that bottom part we know that it is 2.5 inches, so I want you to mark it at 1 1/4, which would give you the center, and just leave it a pencil mark. It'll be punched out later anyway, so you don't need to worry about rubbing it out. So we'll first of all cut these away. Now this is going to be the main front of your box, so get it nice and straight if you can. So we're cutting those off, and we're cutting that wee single one off, and we're cutting these right up. You can actually cut a wee bit of that away. It's just a wee fold, and we're not even sticking it down, so it'll just be folded in out of the way. You can actually make it a bit shorter too. Then we're keeping those, cut these two right in. I think actually we're taking those off. Yeah, sorry, we're taking those off. Just cut the two of them off. We don't need them. So cut that right up. And the same here. Cut that one. Yep. I had to think there. You know, when you're sitting designing a box, you make so many changes while you're doing it. It's impossible to keep track of yourself. You just forget. cut them right up. Chop this one off, make it smaller. And then we're cutting this one away. And that's your bits all taken care of for the minute. So we'll want to pop this into a corner rounder if you have one. If you don't, it doesn't matter, you can leave it straight. But just to round that off makes it a wee bit nicer. The page is moving everywhere, oh, it's just sticky. So now we need to do these wee folds, and then we're going to make that wee closure. Before you stick anything down, that's what you want to do. So just burnish those lightly with your finger or your bone folder, whichever you decide to use. And actually, on the top of these two, I am going to just snip it in slightly to give it a wee neater finish when I close it up. So just on both of those outer edges, just a wee slant there and there. And I think my envelope punch board needs a wee sharpen. It's been neglected, so I'll have to get it out again. Right, so now we want to make our wee button closure. And in order to do that, I'd advise you to put your KitKat inside, just to give you a good firm grip when you're doing the second part. In the meantime, we have our central point. You need to get this punch. You're going to need this. I don't know if you have anything suitable yourselves. If you haven't got this, the classic label punch. It's a great wee punch for doing those. So you know that's your central point, right? Slide this in. You're going to line it up with that point, but in the center of this block. You don't want it right up to the top or right to the bottom. So try and line your V up with that mark as close as you can get it. And just about half an inch from that there fold. I think that's about right. Hold on to your wee piece that you pop out, because you're going to need it for the other side. So get your wee inch punch, 1 inch circle punch, and you're just going to go to the center of that and clip a wee bit, not the full half or anything, just a wee notch to make it easier to get the chocolate bar out. So remember to hold on to your wee piece. So now put your chocolate bar in. It is an upside down at the middle, but it's really just so that I can get a good grip on the shape where I'm going to put this. So that's the way that's going to sit. And we need to have a matching one here. As you can see, when I take that out, you have the wee notch cut out. And that's what we need to do now, so this can slide up and down. So the best way to do that is get a bit of tape pen on one side of that, just to make it a wee bit sticky. Fold this up so it's all sitting nice and neat the way you want it, and you're happy with the lineup of it. Just check everything's working nicely and hold it really steady. Fold this one down, keep checking all the while that you've got it in the right place, then get sticky side down is going to stick to this part. So it's sticking to me now, don't let it do that. Line it up down here. In that, can you see it is sitting nice and neat there, and then just press it there, and that should pop up and be stuck to that, and that's what you need. So you're going to use this as your guide now. Slide your punch in again, just line it up with the one that's stuck and punch it out. And that's your box more or less made. So you're just going to be popping that in and then making your circle. But before you do that, we want to put our button closure on. This will be our button here. I'm going to go with the contrasting colours. using scraps from the other one, which saves you a bit of money. But to hold that on the back, you're going to need an inch circle, and it can be in any colour you want. If you want to use your matching pink so that it doesn't shine out too much, so pop yourself an inch circle. Get yourself your dimensionals, and as you see, these dimensionals match up perfectly with that wee shape, which is why I can't really recommend anything else other than this for you. Oh, that wasn't really in the centre. Now sure it wasn't. Not that it matters, but it will make it nicer looking, won't it? So put that on the centre of your circle, take your backing off and just slide that on, turning it so that the point is up the ways and it just sits in neatly there. I got that the right way. No, she should be on the other side, sorry. Put it on the inside of your box so this is coming through to the outside. Pardon me. And then you will have punched yourself 1 3/8. Yeah, 1 1/8, sorry. Scallop punch in a card that you want to go with, and an inch circle of your Whisper White. And then you're just going to simply stick that on to there in the centre again. And that forms your slidey up and down button. Genius, isn't it? I mean, it's just genius. I wish I could say I came up with that, but I wouldn't be that clever. So now you want to pop in your KitKat. And you could use the red KitKats with the lovely peeking through there for Christmas and do it in the real red colours. It would work perfectly. So I want to stick this all together. These two I'm not even going to bother putting glue on. It's just not worth the hassle. I'm going to let them fold up on the inside. So these ones we're going to put some wet glue on. I am finally getting to the end of my cold. I hope I got the flu injection yesterday, so I'm hoping I've no after effects from it and everything is going to clear up at last. Because that has been a rough month, a full month of it. Not a good sign. So just not too much glue, but enough to hold it, and make sure it goes up to the top. Just any kind of fast drying wet glue will do the job. This bar has got a wee bit sticking out there at the side, too much wrapper on it. Get in there. So that should all sit nicely, and that should line up nicely. So that gives you a wee bit of wiggle time to get all your edges sitting nice and firmly at the front. Yep. And your corners, just make sure everything's nice before you completely close it. That wrapper really is a big one, isn't it? Push those edges in out of my way if I can. I just don't want to go in. Some of them wrappers just have so much at the sides, it's unbelievable. That other one went in there a treat, but this one didn't. I'll fold it that way. So that should close perfectly now for you. So that slides to the bottom, this slides to the top. And there, it's all held nicely if you can get the flipping edges in. But we need to decorate it now. So to decorate it, I have stamped and punched the lovely butterflies from the Butterfly Gala. And you can do these in nice autumn colours. It doesn't have to be just for summertime, you know. Just get use out of all your stamps. You do see butterflies right through to the autumn. Stick that in the centre of your button there. And add this wee one to the bottom corner. And then we're going to go with some of these glitter in the Crystal Cabana colour, just to take the burnish away from there. So you can go with patterned paper if you want, but I didn't really want to. And it would be a bit more hassle, wouldn't it, trying to cut your hole out with pattern paper and all that. So I think these would sell well enough without that. So you need a bit of Whisper White again to stamp your wee sentiment, and I'm using one. It was actually a Hostess stamp, but you go with whatever fits. This one is just saying, where is it? Just because I haven't made up my mind what it's for, and I think it would be perfect sitting at a craft table in a craft fair. You're not telling people to a specific thing. They can just give it to for whatever, like give it to your neighbour. She comes in for a wee cup of tea or whatever. Stamp that in the centre, and we're just going to punch it out with the same punch again. That's where you need to make sure that you get a small enough sentiment that fits in this. There you have it. Get some things out of the way. That was the matching colour, Melon Mambo. So we're just going to put some dimensionals of some sort. Whoops. 3D film. Just cut yourself 2 wee bits. And support it. Oh, support it. Don't just put a wee dot here and a wee dot here, because it will squish down the middle. I think it doesn't look nice, so make sure it's well supported right across. Put that at the top, just because. Make sure it's straight. And then again, 2 wee dimensional, so I'll just go with the next size up for the top, and it just all contrasts nicely. And there we have our wee button, and the butterfly actually looks like it's going to turn right all the way down. But you can only see that wee bit of cocoa thing there, so at least they know they're getting a wee bit of chocolate. And you'll be able to tell people, like, there's a KitKat inside it without them having to burst open all your packaging. So that's it. I hope you liked it, and maybe you'll give it a wee go. You can see, I think the butterfly looks better sitting on the white background. I forgot to give him his wee antenna, so we'll pop those in. Just hand draw them. It is in the stamp, but I'm not going to bother. So there you have it. Great wee thing for your craft fairs this year. Turn them into Christmas ones as well, and I hope you enjoyed it. All the details will be down below, and I hope you'll come back again next week. Bye.